All right, I think that's a good time, Anthony. I'm not gonna play the intro because I don't know what YouTube's streaming service will do if I start playing Sandbush the Touch. So I'm sorry, Eric, you're not gonna see your little one on screen. But I'll just say hi to everyone. So yeah, doing a live stream on YouTube because felt like it. I'm trying to diversify my content. As you know, the subject of tonight's stream always likes to say, but it's not really diversification. I don't know. I go. There I am. Fine, good. Don't worry about the intro. Yeah, I know. Like that's nothing I'm gonna worry about too much. So yeah, this is something that I had an idea of doing for a while. I actually didn't see anyone else with this title on YouTube, so I was like, listen, you can stream however you want, but I think we can all agree that there are some just like number one, like objective things that you have to do. There are some other things too that can help you if you choose to do them. YouTube will smack me? Yeah, pretty much. So I hope everyone's doing well. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a collared shirt, if anyone knows on my Twitch page, I usually wear, you know, just graphic tees whenever I feel like it. My nephew turned 8 when we went out to dinner. I'd say, you know, put on a nicer shirt. Great little dinner. Went to Montana, had a good time. Apparently, his mother messaged me and he's like, he said he loved it. He can't wait to go back next year. I was like, it was like it's just dinner. It was, he had like a mac and cheese with Alfredo sauce. It wasn't like a huge thing, but good time. It was a good time to always see the family. I think we got talking a lot about the Mario movie, and I think you know, one of these days my mother suggested, she's like, why don't you invite him over and let him play around in the office a little bit. I was like, that's a great idea. He's never been down here because he's only been here a couple times, and most of those times is when he was littler, and his brother was little too, and you know, couldn't come down here because you're, you know, a little bit rambunctious back then. So, but yeah. Well, speaking of which, I gotta get this turned back on. And that's one of the things we'll actually talk about. So, in this inaugural episode, and I plan to do more because there are other streamers out there that, and I'm not gonna be like tonight. I'm gonna be super hardcore because fuck DSP and everything he stands for. Oh, the podcast today, super amounts of copium. I was just like, just like 2 hours of bitching and just. Oh. But I just want to point out the do's and don'ts. Like the objective do's and don'ts of streaming. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do what any streamer does. But if I see you doing stupid shit over and over again, I'm gonna call you out on it eventually. I'm gonna do it now. And I felt the need to do this with Phil because, like, for the longest time since I've been following, not him, but the detractor circle, because fuck giving him money and views and attention. You know, I'd rather give it attention to the people who call him out on his shit. And there are many. And there'll be many more because he said some dumb things today. Because someone in the FGC was apparently hoarding money. And when people asked him to present receipts, he said, I can't. Just trust me. No. Can't just trust you. You can't just say it's not true, it's bullshit. And like, it's just like if I went out and I committed a crime and I got arrested and I'm put on trial and they say, Mr. Chase, did you stab that man 25 times in the heart? No, it's not true, Your Honor. It's bullshit. Okay, jury, you're dismissed. He says it's not true, it's bullshit. Just let him go. Let him go scot-free. So there you go. Nice calming music for this. All right, so I asked you guys on Twitter, pick a number between 1 and 365. And what I was going to do is take that number and find Phil's stream from that day. He does 2 streams. He does one in the morning for 5 hours. Then he does one at night for 2 hours. Which, I mean, that's a little bit, like, overkill when you consider his content. Or lack thereof. So, shoutouts to Raw DSP Archive. They're the ones that continuously record all of his stuff, leave it up on the internet forever, so that in case he says or does something stupid, someone else can clip it and go like, so yeah, he said this, and then he tries to refute it later on. So yeah, so Short Boss Eric, who's in the chat, tagged me on Twitter and picked number 182, which coincidentally was July 1st on Canada Day. So we've got 2 different streams for him. We've got this, I guess July 1st was a Friday because oh no, was this a Friday or was this a, let me go back, because if this is what I think it is, it was a Friday. Oh great, Friday night fights. We're not going to watch all the streams. I'm just going to go through and just like point out like the whole like, why aren't you doing, like, this is how you do it, this is how you shouldn't do it, and go from there. Okay, so again, shout out to and I guess when we get to some of the points here, I will go over and be like, okay, this is what he's doing, this is why we can't do it. I'll leave the music playing just so that I don't get claimed, because like his trolls love to claim all these videos. But this is technically not his video, so we're good there. By the way, one of the things that Raw DSP does is that they keep the chat on YouTube going, because if someone tells Phil something he doesn't like, he'll just lean in and ban them. When it's like absolute truths, instead of like he calls like the nugget of truth. No. They keep this shit cannibal, especially too when people super chat him and like, you know, call him a bitch or whatever. Also, pro tip, like, don't, if you want to troll someone, don't give them, if you know they're a piece of shit with their money, don't give them money. Okay, I gotta unmute YouTube. And also I've got shout out to Prophet, I got your YouTube channel up on here just because I want to make sure there's a video out there that you have of his setup that does it way more justice than the image I have from before. Okay, so Phil's offline. Okay. He's not super loud. Okay. So this is his startup screen, right? Okay. Nothing wrong with the slideshow. But some of the slideshows we're going to have to point out here. So, like, he sets this up. Now, I should reiterate, too. None of these were created by him. These were all created by fans that he just, you know, takes and gives no credit. So, at any point, and it has happened, any point, if the artist in question wants to say, get that shit off, I don't want it, because I don't want to support you, they can do that. What's in this chat? Overturn greenhouse gases over the nice days of the day. Interesting. I read about that. I'm eating McDonald's fries right now, and they're proving to be salty deliciousness. Yuck. We aren't finishing today. What? Glad to get to watch Sonic finale. This is July, so I'm gonna say he's playing Sonic. He's playing Sonic. Origins. 2 more sessions including today, depending on how long Sonic and Knuckles is. I have no idea. I only rented it back in the day. Okay. Some of these slideshows are like kind of weird. I mean, like, again, fan art's not that bad. Like, Maximilian has the same thing. Like, fan art is on there. But he has credits for everyone that gives him artwork. I don't know if this is after he updated OBS to get rid of the animated GIFs. Okay, members goal. There's no total on there. Okay, so this right here. Okay, a lot of streamers have this. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to set yourself goals. And it's also okay to have a leaderboard. There is a problem how Phil does this, which we'll talk about later on when we get to that point. Okay, so yeah, like the scroll, okay, yeah, this is after you update OBS, so there's not a whole lot on here. I'm just gonna scrub through until the start is okay. So this is after the rebranding, but oh, okay, there's no intro. There's no intro. So he has a podcast, quote unquote podcast, right? So, oh god, is this shortly after one of his shitty haircuts? Okay. So again, these right here, like he doesn't make his own stuff. He gets other people to do it and doesn't credit them. So it used to be he would go live and back here while these were scrolling by, he would talk and he would ramble for like maybe like 15, 20, 25 minutes. Then he says, then he gets into it. He now has a stupid intro. He asks a fan to make him. But then he called it a podcast. He called it PC. Oh, God. Look at that face he made. I swear to God. I mean, other people are guilty of this, but like if you pause at any point on these streams of Phil's, you get like the dumbest faces. But yeah, so he called it the Pre-Stream Podcast. Then Keemstar clapped his cheeks at him, told him that everyone else in the world is, you know, past mission 1. He's still on mission 1 because every single day he has to beg for money to pay his bills and to make ends meet. And he took this and said, I'm going to turn this negative into a positive, but, you know, sorry, it's a double negative. You're still, you know, you're leaning into your lolcal status. They called it the Level 1 Podcast. Not only that, not only called Level 1 Podcast, there was also a podcast called the Level 1 Podcast. He didn't fact check. I mean, it's a defunct podcast, but still, they hold a trademark on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna skim through, and I'm gonna go at a fast speed because I can't stand to hear Phil talk. I have King Jad for that. Shout out to King Jad in your DSP bingo. You make his podcast all the more tolerable.
To the Level 1 Podcast, episode 2. Since I rebranded my...
Oh god, this was like the day after he rebranded. Oh, June 30th will be a day live in infamy that Keemstar fucked his head up so hard that he had to rebrand.
Podcast. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. As I see people filing into the stream.
All right.
I welcome you to July.
On 1.5 speed.
July 1st, 2022. And we are officially heading into the second half of the year. Where did the first half go is a good question. It feels like this year started off slow, and then all of a sudden, right, it got so busy, especially for those of us who are gamers, right? There was that month of February and March was so heavy with releases, so chock full of incredibly linked.
Okay. Invest in... If you can't get... Okay, I understand. Elgato makes this stuff expensive, like the Stream Decks, right? This is expensive. Not everyone can afford one, right? There are alternatives. Being on TikTok and watching other content creators give helpful alternatives to Stream Decks, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, you do not need to spend $250 on a Stream Deck or an XL or a Mini. You just don't. You can buy... I've seen people buy number pads, just USB number pads, paint them to the things they want, and use hotkeys. The point I'm getting at is have a hotkey to mute your mic. Because this guy burps and snorts and clears his throat all the goddamn time. and leans into the mic to do it. And it annoys the piss out of everyone that watches. Don't do this.
Lengthy games. And then since then, like, everything has been like a blur. Even though, let's face it, most of those lengthy games we beat months ago, right? Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West. But it just seems like everything kind of melded together, and then we had all the chaos of June with all the new game announcements and updates of digital presentations in place of E3.
Oh. Like that, again, like that. Don't do that. Okay, look, okay. I'm guilty of it too. Like, sometimes sneezes come, and I can't reach the mute button quick enough. And for that, I profusely apologize. When you do it on purpose. Now, there is an explanation as to why he cannot do this. It's a stupid one. I'll go over it. But again, like, bodily fluids, don't put them into your microphone.
And now here we are. All right, here we are. It's already the second half of the year. Right? Now, admittedly, there will be a slow start to the summer. As we've been talking about recently, there is almost nothing going on in the realm of video games or new releases right now. In fact, there's only really 2 major releases I'm interested in July. One being Stray, the other being As Dusk Falls. Both of which...
Okay. This is not a nitpick about his streaming, but it's just like... This kind of irritated me when I was watching the restreams over the summer, how he was saying that there were absolutely no games to play during the summertime. That's false. Okay, there's not like the gigantic AAA releases, but there were plenty of games to play over the summertime. He just chose not to because they were big stuff. I mean, Eric says every once in a while they sneak up on me. Absolutely. They'll sneak up on me too. I've made a concerted effort to make sure that mute button is there. But sometimes it slips, and I apologize. But, you know, ever since I've been watching him through these restreams and such, I'm trying to make a more concerted effort not to do that. Oh, hang on.
Which come out on the same day, July 19th. Outside of that,
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here.
For a long time. But definitely, it's going to be a lot of fun stuff for those who are like fans of me and my content in more than just a casual viewing. You know what I'm saying? For people who only come by for hot new releases, there's just not much to go on. You know, there's nothing really going on right now.
Okay. Another thing is how you don't stream. Do not rely on just playing the hot new releases, as he says. People do not come by for the game. Generally speaking, people do not come by for the game. People come for the streamer themselves, the entertainer. And as we will see with him, if you can't be entertaining, ain't nobody coming around. Doesn't matter if you're playing Elden Ring at launch, you're playing Gotham Knight at launch, you're playing Horizon 2 at launch, you're playing High on Life at launch. I can attest to this personally myself. Like if I played High on Life at launch, I'm not a single new person. That's okay. I just want to play because like I'm not in this for the views and this and that. It'd be cool, but I'm a realist, and there's a lot of competition out there.
It's funny because I've actually had a few people come by the stream recently and say, "Oh, why don't you do a second run of Elden Ring?" A second run of Elden Ring, the game that took me 2 months to beat, over 2 months to beat, over 140-hour playthrough. You really want me to go back to it right now? Really? That's what you want? I don't think that's what they want. It's pretty ridiculous.
Okay. This is another thing if this is how you don't stream. Listen to your audience. If they're telling you to play said game, go ahead and go play said game. That, of course, it is your stream. You can run it however you want. But if they scream from the hilltops, play Pokemon, play Pokemon, play Pokemon, and you're like, man, I'm just going to play this game instead. Do not be shocked if they say, all right, I'm going to go watch someone else that's playing it and leave you in the dust. Now, to his credit, he has done this because he was going to skip out on Pokemon and they screened and he changed his mind. I don't remember what he was going to play in the meantime. But yeah. You know, have a good gauge on your audience. I just realized like 160 people watching the podcast. I don't think he turned his view bot on.
Okay. Anyway, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning, being that today's July 1st, 2022. All right. First of all, a new month means a lot of things. First of all, if you are someone who pledges to my Patreon, I know that I almost never mention it.
Yeah, I'm skipping this.
Check it out yourself. It's at Basic King. Are they the best, most exciting perks ever? Hell no.
Yeah, right here is just talking about his Patreon, so we can just skip through this. This is when he's just started giving a shit about Patreon again. I want to say that someone kind of maybe ratted him out and was just like, yo, you don't do anything with your Patreon. Why are we giving you money? And he's just like, oh shit, I actually have to do work. This is what we call the Spoonie effect. Where, hey, if people pledge to your Patreon, do something with it. Don't just take the money and say, thanks, bye.
So certainly don't be gaming in general, but I'm just not on the streams to get shoutouts. I don't really care about that. Patreon might be a way to do every other month when I'm about to do Ask the King, which incidentally we are tweet. Okay? But anyway, the reason we do that is because patrons earn the right to have for the certain level. Just not a whim, I figured I mentioned it this morning. You probably won't hear me mention it much ever, you know, in the future, once every in a blue moon.
Oh.
Just on a whim, I figured I'd mention it this morning. You probably won't hear me mention it much ever, you know, in the future, once every in a blue moon.
Spoiler alert, he'll go to mention this over and over and over again. Which is something I will bring up.
Give it a look, and I am appreciative of those who do support the streams with Patreon. Today in particular is the day when Patreon pledges renew for another month, which is why I had it in mind this morning. I was like, oh yeah, stuff like that. So, okay. All right, so it's a new month, and typically, at the very beginning of every new month, I would announce a new member's goal. All right? I am going to do that. I'm going to tell you what my idea is for the next level of member's goal here. All right? However, I'm not going to announce what the goal numbers-wise is yet. All right? And let me explain what I mean by that, okay?
Stop starting!
The point of a member's goal is to try to promote growth of the channel, right? I would like to see people become members in order to not only benefit from all the things.
Okay. This is another folly of him, and this is something that a lot of people need. We have to stop doing this. The constant reminder of goals. It's okay to have goals, but to slam it in your viewers' face, to slam it in your viewers' face ad nauseum every single solitary day and multiple times per day in multiple videos per day. It's up to the point where I'm just like, God, fuck you and your goal. I don't want you to ever reach it. It's not just his members' goal. It's the other goals too.
Things that you get becoming an individual to hit it, then we get a reward. You guys are currently voting on a game that I'm going to play as a full playthrough here over the summer, and that's a result of hitting a member's goal for last month. On July 9th, we're doing a React Marathon, where I'm going to be reacting to some kind of content. All right, we're not exactly locked in at what yet, but I'll be
so kind of like what I'm doing right now.
reacting to some kind of content. We're going to do a feasting with the king, and there's going to be a fun WWE simulation match. All right, that's a result of us hitting a member's goal. You see, you won. All right, the nation.
The problem I have with Phil is that he just over-explains everything. Like, he thinks his audience is that stupid. Where it's, if I don't remind you of the goals, of the ways that you can support me, like it just doesn't happen, right?
Goal for this month, the month of July. It's going to be a twofold event. All right, you ready for this? Basically, hold on. Daily marathon.
Oh. This. Okay, I know this is disgusting, but again, don't do this.
All right, you ready for this? Basically, hold on. Oh, excuse me.
If you know what's coming and you have time, hit the mute button.
We hit the members goal for this month. I will be locking into another daily marathon event, and this marathon will have two parts. One thing that we have been discussing is, recently, different React style content, and one of the things that I've actually been a little bit, how can I say? I like doing React content now that I started doing it, but, excuse me, if you're going to do a React like marathon, do I really want to sit around and do it all day? And I've come to the conclusion that maybe I don't. On July 9th, I'm going to break it up and we're going to do and what I think I would like to do is a marathon where we maybe do some React style content. We'll pick something out for me to watch and react to, but that's not what I do all day. But at the same time, it might...
He's already trying to back out. He's just like, well, what if I just reacted to a little bit of stuff and just not everything?
It'd actually be entertaining.
What the heck? What?
That's the most I can open it, so you can't see anything. That didn't really serve much purpose, did it? So right next to me here in my office, I have a clock.
Oh, no. This is where it started. Okay. As a streamer content creator, it's okay to set goals if you have something really tangible to give your audience, right? Like maybe it's a playthrough of something that you despise and it'd be funny for you to rage at. Or maybe it's a series that the majority of your audience likes to see you play and you go back and play it. Or maybe, and he'll never do this because he hates other people, but playing with your audience, like saying like, hey, I'll set up a lobby in Warzone, we'll all jump in, or I can pick a few of you that are my members and we can play like Halo Infinite or, you know, some type of multiplayer game together, or even go back to the Jackbox party games. This month, he's going to set the goal that if they hit the members goal of whatever he sets it to, I think it was like 600 and something, because he always flails up to what he has before, but then when he realizes he's not going to hit that goal, he'll bring it down just to say that he did it. He's like, hey, if we hit the goal for this month, I'll stream myself cleaning out my closet.
Okay, this closet is jam-packed with shit.
And it is jam-packed with shit. It took him 3 10-hour streams to do this. And I still don't even think it's clean. Not only that, but because of COVID and the rising cost of retro games, he has pristine copies of a lot of hard-to-find games. I believe this grotesque motherfucker has a copy of Earthworm Jim on Sega CD. That is a $500 game. Complete. Complete in jewel case. No damage to the jewel case. He could easily take that to one of the pink gorillas in the Washington area and get bank for that. But because it's Phil and he doesn't like interacting with people, those are going to stay there in that closet and rot away. He'll never do that. If it ever gets out that he did do it, all these people here were like, well, you're good for money. We don't need to give you any money. The begging would never stop. And their donations would stop. This is another part of this is how you don't stream. Like, if people are willing to part with their hard-earned money with you, you should be transparent as to where that's going. Phil is not. We know where the money goes. It goes to a mobile game addiction. But he will never admit it. This evil music.
Shit. No, I could in there. There's so much.
What did he pull out? A light?
For Halloween. This project work.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. And as well, like, if you need to get up in the middle of your pre-stream or in the middle of your stream, that's fine. But, like, have something on screen that says BRB. Or something.
So, we get a hat. With weird icon Aaron's house. Tournament qualifying. Is it?
Like, he just seems so disinterested in his chat.
And it's behind me here. Messy. That's like, yes, react to it.
By the way, Surplus, thanks for picking this number so I can...
I'm just going to leave it in there. Oh. And I know there's things in there that'll be nice. Okay. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So that's the deal. In the month of July, there will be a members goal set up. If we style event. Well, sir, you're the joke.
Also this, too.
Sir, you're the joke.
This here. Like, I am super conscious of this. I take sips out of drinks as well. But what I don't do is this. 1, 2.
Something different.
He usually goes for 3. I don't smack my lips. if I do, you call me out on that shit.
Right? Now, you may say, okay, well, that's all well and good, Phil. What the hell? Why? There's no goal here on the screen. Because I looked at my memberships. Honestly, it was within a day or two. So the last thing I want to do is say, oh, okay. And then tomorrow, we go in a really bad position, didn't I? So I like pound turd, and what I mean by that, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to set it for today. And it is going to be 580, okay?
580.
So if people come and become members today, if someone gifts memberships today.
Oh, okay. Here's the problem. See what he does here?
Then I would be okay setting the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like right now. All right, you know what? How about this? Fuck it. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to set it for today. And it is going to be.
You notice the movement and the eye movement? I'm going to show you what happens here. Okay? So, I have a photo here. This is not his current setup, but this was his setup from before. How do I... I full screen this. I'm not going to his YouTube channel because fuck it. But like, so this is how his stream is set up. He doesn't sit at a desk. Before he had this. So this was like his little wheeled out table. So he's got his controller. The webcam is on a tripod here. His TV is all the way the fuck over here on a weird angle. And he's got an ottoman here with this other stuff. And then this is where his PC is. And his monitor is on the far corner here. So that means whenever he has to update anything on his OBS, he has to lean over, squint, then go back over here and type it out. Like, there is such a simple solution to this. Number one, if you're going to sit on the gaming chair, just sit at the desk. Because you want to have, like, the central nervous system of everything here. Like, one of these days, I'll give you guys another office tour on YouTube and on Twitch. But, like, camera right now for me is sitting on my main monitor. I have my secondary monitor off to the side here with another light on. And then my TV that I do console gaming is on over here. And then if I do PC gaming, I could just look straight on like this, right? I have access to everything all around me because I have an L-shaped desk. Ideally, that's what you would like. But I mean, if you've got something else that works for you, that's fine. This does not work for anyone. I don't know how this works for Phil. Because, again, he has to like lean over and type it in. So, if you notice that you've got last super chat, top tip, and then your tip scroll, right? This is all just a standard text file. If anyone has any knowledge of Streamlabs, knows that you can get if you're doing this from Slob's OBS or Slob's or Streamlabs desktop, whatever they call it, there are add-ons you can put on that will automatically put this stuff on for you. So let's say if Short Boss Eric was to give me a $20 tip, if I had this on here, in that tips total, it would automatically update to $20. And then on top tip, I could have the person's name. Same with the super chat, right? Phil doesn't do this. He does all of this manually. But it's also in a way too, and he's very scummy for doing this. For tips, let's say it's the spooky season, right? Let's say you decided you want to be generous and you wanted to tip Phil $6.66, right? Number of the beast. Motherfucker will not count the 66 cents. He will just count the $6. Won't even round up. So that is only up to that. So there'll be some times that he will hit his total and not do anything. So like technically, like if he gets like the $46, but then if you count in the cents, he actually hit $50 for his first goal. He won't count that. So, and the reason, okay, and again, the reason he does that is because he wants to hide any extra money that he gets. And also it's too because in case someone with a really offensive name donates and it pops up, that saves him from that. I mean, in that instance, yeah, that's, but like, it's still like, ugh. Eric says, I have very limited space to work with right now, but everything is within reach. Exactly. So, do you want to know what his mentality was for why he sat on that couch for so long? It's because he didn't believe in streamers sitting in computer chairs like this at the monitor with the ring lights and all that. He's just like, that's not gaming. Gaming is on the couch and doing this and that. Listen, when I started streaming, back in the old apartment, actually the various apartment, first one I did, single monitor in my bedroom, when I had had a roommate. Then when I moved in with Melanie, I moved my computer into the living room, mostly because like YouTube wasn't that prominent on console, and I felt it better just to plug my TV into my computer to have a second monitor and just drag and drop stuff on there. Way easier, way better at parties. But then I could have had it also set up for streaming. And I kind of had that approach. Like I had like the chair in front, I had a headset, I had this, I had everything all set up. It was fine. But then find out like you need to do, you know, it goes against his narrative of like, I don't want to be like everyone else. It's like, yeah, but if everyone else is doing it and it's working, it's comfortable, maybe do it. You know what I'm saying? And now I just had a memory flashback about some of the other things. So I'll show you something later on when he actually gets into streaming here. I want to skip around just a little bit more.
And then if anyone becomes a member today, we're trying to hit the goal, and all of a sudden, so there you go. Event. I don't know exactly what we'll be reacting to yet. We gotta think about it.
Oh Jesus! He left the room to sneeze.
Oh man! Oh. Holy shit! Guess what? We beat Skyrim finally.
Oh yeah, leaving it minutes of time because get another one of the stupid. Also, I'm not gonna tell you how to dress, but like, maybe don't wear sweatpants and pajama pants every single minute of your life.
How about in honor of July 4th, but he's got an American flag with.
All right.
2012. I've never noticed.
Okay, it was just. Oh, and also too, like he also said not even a year and a half ago that people who have shelves and lights and figurines behind them was stupid and adds nothing to the stream. Slowly retcon that. So within streaming, like there's two ways that you can go about it. A lot of people will have just the green screen and just take everything out behind them. Others like me will have, you know, cool stuff behind them. Probably something I should bring up. This is his old camera. He's got a new one. He doesn't know how to set settings on cameras. I want to see if I can... Will I go infinity if I leave over here? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. I think what I will do, though... Now, this could be different for everyone else. Okay, so here's my webcam, right? Hi, everyone. I'm on here twice. This is something that Phil will never do. I'm using XSplit, but this goes the same for OBS as well. This menu right here, no matter what web camera you have, this is your friend. You want to have this. See how easy that was to mute? Wow, it's my... Wow. Okay, hang on. Maybe I should just leave it the way it was there. Okay. But yeah. Camera control. This is your best friend here. Make sure this is checked off. Focus. I mean, that's all entirely up to you if you want to keep that on. I usually keep it on because if I want to like show off something cool, like, hey, here's my little Kinect Mario fig. I really should white balance, but oh yeah, gotta cover my face so I can focus in. Yeah, see? They could do stuff like that. But yeah, play around these sliders. Like, I doubt he has saturation on at all. So there's a whole lot of color in this, like the Switch, the Mega Man, the America flag, his shitty toilet seat headphones. You could barely make out what anything is because there's no color. Like, if I, like, okay, 217, gotta remember that. If I wrote down here, like, hey, look, now I'm Phil. Look at all the color. Look at all the color that's in this room, huh? Like, even on stationary, that looks like shit. Look at me. Let me put it back up to 217. Look how colorful everything's getting all of a sudden, right? Look at that. It almost looks as what's on here. Also, too, white balance is important, too. But he'll never do that. And people scream at him all the time because, like, a good amount of his podcast is him bitching about his camera. He's just like, oh, the light doesn't look good. Ah, I'm out of focus. Look, I'm looking too pink. Number one, Phil, you want to look pink because it makes you look like a normal fucking human being. Like, people aren't supposed to look that white unless they're albino. Or they have no skin pigmentation. For me, you appear to be a normal Caucasian. Like, you should have some color in your skin. Anyways.
It was just so small. But
Kenny gets up again.
I actually think it's actually real because it says 1989 Playmates toys on his.
Oh god, I skipped to a snort.
Okay. So anyway, okay. Do you see what I mean? Now that's just random shit. When we go to his closet, you're in stone. You have air conditioner. Right? Okay. Half an hour into the show, I guess I should finally start actually like doing the show.
Yes, you should. I mean, for like opening stuff, it's okay to go on tirades. It's okay to go on tangents. It's okay. Like, some people like will go on completely long tangents and go, oh, wait, that's the stream. I gotta go, guys. It was good chatting. If you guys have good conversations with your chat, that's a different thing. He doesn't even acknowledge his chat until he's running out of stuff to say. And he's just like, oh, yes, you know, whoever wants to ask me questions. All right.
Right?
Okay, so here's another thing. Within streaming, you want to have a good line of sight with your camera and where your chat log is. Because it helps with engagement. Like, if I'm peering at the camera and I can slowly look down at chat, that's what you ideally want, right? But Phil, okay, so how he has it here, what he's looking down at, I don't know if he's actually checking his phone right now, but down there is usually where he keeps a laptop, a Chromebook. And that's where his chat is. But he looks off in this direction because that's where his television is. So he's sitting there focused on the game. Chat is all the way down here. All of this goes flying up. By the way, I kind of wonder what detractors are talking about during this chat. I have, thank you, Raw DSP, for keeping the chat in here. Oh, it disappeared. Yeah, I'll keep it on live.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Right in the microphone. This is probably for a snort. Why? Yeah, junk. He leaned into the microphone. Your display is junk. Clear throat. Why? Lots of statues, I'm sure. Junk. Was just about to say, it's gross that he leans into the mic and does that. This is literally, won't read that.
So, for a good week and a half, trying to remember exactly when it
I try to keep my camera and chat in at the same time. Yeah.
And now Sonic 3. It's been great going through the classics and replaying them. Nostalgia factor through the roof. Although, admittedly, now I did them, but I never owned them. Oh, I'm sorry, Connor. I broke right in his face. I'm with that today.
Okay. At least he moved away from the mic from that one. Jesus Christ.
Pages left in Sonic 3 to finish, and I got all the Chaos Emeralds already. So that means we can just finish that up today, and then however much time we have left on the stream, we'll head into Sonic and Knuckles and get that started. But I don't know how lengthy Sonic and Knuckles is. Also, apparently, I'm being told that when you combine Sonic 3 with Sonic and Knuckles and it becomes Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that when you go into Sonic and Knuckles, there's a whole new slew of things. I don't know. I don't even remember doing that. Of course, I'm sure you guys will help me along the way, as you always have. To try to figure it out.
Yeah. I don't also I don't think I've seen a streamer rely so much on his chat to get him through the games than anyone else. Like, holy hell. Okay, this is one of the other things that I would always say, like, don't do this. Like, schedules are good. Schedules are great to tell your audience what you have in mind for the week. But just do this once. Pick a day, preferably at the beginning of the week, and say, like, hey, here's what I'm playing this week. Hope you join me. Now, beginning of his podcast. Middle of his streams. End of his first stream. Beginning of his second stream. End of his second stream. Then he records a video to just go over everything that went on that day and to put the schedule in your head again. Not only that, he tweets this out in Microsoft Word format. Up until the last little bit, he was recording Twitter audio to do an audio version of his schedule. Not only that, he plays like 4 or 5 games at the same time. I urge any streamer out there, if you're playing a game, if you're playing something that has story content, for the love of God, just stick to 2 max. If you start playing 4 or 5, you'll never get it done. He started God of War Ragnarok at launch. He just finished it last night. 2 months. 2 months to finish that fucking game.
I would definitely like to get whatever these new emeralds are or whatever. Featuring the new Capcom Classics Collection, okay? Yes, I know I played a shit on the Capcom Classics Collection last week. This is the first Friday night fight that we're doing with the new game. Successful. All right? I tried playing online on the Xbox last week. I could not find competition. I was sitting there for an hour, and I played, you know, it was taking like 5 more minutes to even find a single match. That's not good.
No, you're just impatient as fuck and couldn't wait for anyone to come on. I managed to get into a game. I did a couple of rounds. I didn't know there was another one, so I left. The guy messaged me and he's just like, why did you quit out? And I said, well, I was just testing to make sure this thing worked, and I didn't have a lot of time. Plus, you know, this guy said it didn't work. And I mentioned it was Phil, and he said, yeah, fuck that guy. I've been trying to stream snipe him for weeks. It's like, you're gonna have to get him on the PS4 version, because that's the only version he plays now. But of course, any competition, and this guy goes squealing all the way home.
When I've switched to the PlayStation, I seem to always find competition relatively quickly. So I want to try Xbox again. I mean, I bought both versions. If there's, we'll see what happens. I hope for the best. All right, and hopefully we'll get good competition. Okay, cool. One quick sidebar. First of all, thank you to Voland who just did a tip, which is why we're seeing this animation. Okay, as you know, we're heading to the second half of the cast.
Okay.
Number 1, you're seeing the tip animations are still Skyrim. A little outdated now. Fighting game stuff on the late stream with the Capcom fighting.
Oh, God, it takes forever to go through this schedule. I'm skipping ahead.
I didn't like the story. I like the gameplay.
Wait, what's he complaining about?
I've never played it online at all. Remember how I don't remember exactly how the Golden Chocobo race works. I remember grinding the fuck out of the race to level up Chocobos to win races and shit. But here's the thing. No, talk
about Final Fantasy VII.
I remember distinctly playing through this game originally, not knowing what the fuck was going on. I'm not, alright? As of Sunday night, we're gonna...
That froze. That's not on my end. That's not on his end. That's on Phil's end.
Never is up on Sunday night as a playthrough. Now, to clarify, Phil says a certain game has won and we're gonna play that first. Does not mean inside of a closet, inside of a concert hall, inside of a construction site where people were jackhammering. When I was tallying up the nominations for, I don't know what.
Okay, some of this stuff is not pertinent.
Guys, just stop asking me about colors. I'm not 4 years old. What is my favorite and least favorite color? My favorite color.
Oh God. Okay.
Let's see here. You enjoyed it.
So he's okay. So let's get to the part there. He's just because whenever he runs out. Okay, here's the thing. If you're running a pre-stream anything, and you've run out of stuff to say, you know what it's time for? It's time to start the game. It's not time for, oh wait, I ran out of time and I can't I can't finish my pre-stream early. Let's kill the time until it's actually time to, you know, get into gameplay. Like, just fucking just play the game. So right now, he asked people, tag me in chat and we'll ask questions. Or I'll answer questions.
I'm not doing it. Okay.
Oh, wait, what is he?
But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know why that Coliseum's even in it. I would rather have 3 more real bosses than a Coliseum full of boring parry shit. So I think that definitely was a misstep. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm not doing it. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, you guys just stop asking me about colors. I'm not 4 years old. What is my favorite and least favorite color? My favorite color is chartreuse, and my least favorite color is seafoam. There you go. I don't know what the fuck those colors even are, alright?
Can you imagine that you ask people to ask you questions, and then you blatantly insult them when they ask the like in your opinion a dumb questions like what's your favorite color? What a fucking stupid question I ask. I was just like, hey, chat, ask me what my favorite color is. In the meantime, let's see how much of a condescending jerk this guy can be. Spoiler alert, it's a lot.
Did I beat the original Cuphead? Yes, I did. Absolutely, I did. I 98%ed it. Actually, when I booted it originally, it said 98% completion. What I have for breakfast, a cup of iced coffee with mild sweetener and a burrito, microwave burrito again. Egg, cheese, and jalapenos. Do I still have the Final Fantasy footage from Project 7? I have no idea. In fact, one of the things that we might pop...
Oh, God.
Has it, right? I believe I have. One of the things that we can do is see if it still works.
Spoiler alert, he's talking about his hard drives from like the last like 20 years. Lots of footage on there. What's sad is that there was a video he popped up where it showed him and his friends playing, and he has no more friends. And he was just like, all right, we're all here, we're playing Street Fighter and Turtles, having some pizza, good time. And then drops a homophobic slur. And he's like, oh, whatever, I was a mature dude back then. It's like, dude, you were 28.
Yeah. Snow Carl, no, the burritos that I eat are not high in MSG and dangerous seasonings. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. There's another thing too, like when people point out stuff to him, he's so fucking condescending. It's just like, you don't know what you're talking about. Case in point, so I don't know if you guys see down here. I've got LED light strips. I was an idiot and put them on wrong. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually like, because they're technically supposed to go behind stuff, so like television monitors, stuff like that, and shelving. I was thinking of putting them behind my shelving to help illuminate that a little bit more. Once again, this is another contradiction of his. He was telling people who use this stuff are apparently stupid and this adds nothing of value to your stream. Someone sent him a spool of LED strips, and he's like, I guess I could use this. But he's like, it's coiling up. How do I attach it? Like, everyone is screaming at him. Pull the tape off. There's adhesive underneath all LED strips. You just put it on your wall. Proceeds to call them condescending and stupid, saying like, oh, it'll just ruin my wall, dude. Like, instead of saying like, I don't really want to use this the adhesive, let's try something else. He's just like, oh, wait, look at this. People think they know everything. He's like,
they're actually very low, like they're lower than 300 calories each. They're actually made of burrito value.
okay, I'm gonna skip some other stuff here.
Sonic character.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the rest of the podcast here because
Jogging every other day pretty much. I just did one yesterday. And by the way, I lost some weight, which is nice. I told you guys, you know, I weighed myself a week or two ago.
okay, this is not totally about this is how you shouldn't stream. This is just me showing on Phil. Phil, you just walking every day does not make you lose that much weight. I hate to break it to you, dude. You're diabetic. You're undiagnosed diabetic. Please go see a doctor. You'll never watch this, but I'm telling you, Phil, go see a doctor. Get some blood work done. You'll find out you're a diabetic. Like prevention is key. Get it done now before it's too late. I guarantee you get this lifestyle up, you're gonna lose a foot. Anyways.
Pounds is funny because I was wearing a shirt last night years ago. I mean, like I can fit. You see, loose. I like loose fitting, but I also I'm becoming a no. Anyway, it's absolutely disgusting.
Okay, burped again. Oh, okay. So, podcast has ended. Tons of dead air. Like, right here, you should have some type of BRB screen. I mean, it can be a slideshow. It could just be a little message. Like, for me, like, so, there are sometimes I will get up and leave. If I know I have to take a quick dick pic, I'll just, go across the hall, use the bathroom, come back in, no problem. If I know it's going to be longer, I will throw up my BRB screen, which I'll show you guys just real quick right now.
You're an idiot!
So I just have a video playing of clips from my stream that people made. Just so that there's something on screen, right? I don't know why I paused it. I should have unpaused it just to wait for Phil to get back. But stuff like that, or what I've been doing lately, is this. Oh, I have to update the. I have a Words on Stream. It's a great game for people in chat to play if you're gone for an extended period of time. But I did my birthday stream. I put that on because I was going to be gone for a couple hours for dinner. So I was like, I don't want to, end the stream and then start it back up and kill the momentum. Why don't you guys just play Words on? I let some video game music on, put Words on Stream. Everyone had a good time. Like, there's some people who came in just for Words for Stream. Oh, I need to see what this redacted message was. What did you say, Caleb? Move. I love Women Man so much. We practically had $40. Oh, that was leaned in pretty hard. Okay, here's another. This is how you shouldn't stream. This is another reason why he does all this stuff manually. He has someone that either pays him behind the scenes, or he does this himself. He'll have a user named 1 Minute Man that will give him $25 every day, but not every day. If he's short on the goal, they will donate the $25 while he's on break. But let's say he gets the break and he's already hit his goal. He demands $150 per stream, guys. If he hits this, then the 1 Minute Man does not come in. If he does it, then it'll come in to help it. Now, there are a lot of people who speculate that this is just Phil priming the tip jar to make it seem like he's more successful, like he's a restaurant or some shit. There's some people say it is real, that it's someone that just gives him money but never shows up to stream. I could never imagine doing that. That'd like be me, Eric, in Hang Time. That'd be like, hey, I'm not going to be around all week, but here's like $100. Just divvy this up between the three of you and just, add this if you're feeling low. That sounds really fucking shady. Okay.
There we go.
Also, get proper headphones.
Are we
Fuck
ready?
these stupid things.
Toxic, shut the fuck up.
Wait, what did Toxic say? Why is he telling him to shut the fuck up?
Podcast genius. The podcast just ended. Now the gameplay starts. This is not an all gameplay stream. You're in the wrong fucking place to be complaining. Jesus Christ. First thing I see is an idiot.
Oh, he said, damn, almost 2 hours and still no gameplay. If you promise people gameplay and you don't give them gameplay, yeah, they're gonna get mad.
Okay. Jibber jabber blither blather. Hi, Raging Noobs. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Oh, okay, yeah, so because he doesn't have this thing for donations and such, it's a constant struggle of, I'm playing the game, but oh geez, I noticed a donation come in. Let me just stop everything dead so I can acknowledge it and get the stuff on there.
No, we're beating the whole collection. Remember, guys, Sonic, all about that. I don't think I can put this on Connor like I was putting on Alduin, though. Sonic and Knuckles yet. This is Sonic 3.
Okay, now to actual gameplay.
Whoa. Nice.
So this is a general
I was gonna say what's over here. Look, bonus. Bonus.
This is a general Phil stream here. So
Even more rings. iRaging Noobs did another super chat. It's the original Crash 4 for PS2 and Xbox. Okay, so Raptor Cortex was Crash Bandicoot 4. Gotcha. The penguin. Oh, you go over. Oh, hold on a second.
okay, that's not a really good representation of Phil's gameplay portions of the stream, but like, look at this man.
Oh,
Look at how interested he is in the game. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead here to see if I can find
No shit. These are ridiculous. These are absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah, this is another Phil trait. Blame everyone but yourself for your shitty gameplay. Blame the Sonic devs. Oh yeah, it was the Sonic devs that made this shitty game, 50 years ago. It's bullshit.
It's a dead end.
He's lucky he's playing the Sonic Origins collection, and it gives him all this shit that's easy.
What the fucking shit?
God, I feel like I'm watching a This Is How You Don't Play right now. But this is how you don't stream.
I'm jumping over it.
And there'll be at some points too where he'll just like put the controller down hard and just be like, I'm not playing anymore until someone tells me how to beat this.
These are weird.
There, you did it.
This is not.
Okay. So he goes for about an hour. Fuck your stupid music. And then he'll go on. Okay, where are we at right now on this? Yeah. Okay, on the dot. 3 hours in. Every hour has to stop for a break. And he was gone for a good 20 minutes. He puts the music on. Okay, so here's one of the things that get me. This man does not do scenes. Okay? This is just something that's overlaid on top of everything. So before he goes to break, he will exit the game and go back to the dashboard because that way there's no music playing. It doesn't, and this is something I have to tell Melanie about too, because she does the same thing on her starting stream and ending stream. Is like her game audio is still coming through that, and I said, you can make that independent, right? Like you can make your game audio independent of your other scenes. This guy doesn't like scene. He puts everything all in one scene. And I completely forgot something. After he ended the podcast, this is what he does. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about this in the second video. Okay. And see, he ends the podcast, right?
Dumbest fucking thing you could possibly ask over and over.
Oh, wait, what was he condescending to?
One more good one. Lay it on me. Mango, if you ask that dumb question one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to kick you out of the chat. It's the dumbest fucking thing you could possibly ask over and over.
Bangle asked, be honest, who's your favorite of the Baxter fam? So apparently he has like a bunch of people in his chat. I don't know if they're legitimate fans or they're trolls pretending to be fans. They're all named Baxter. Can you imagine that? Like just going to a chat and just be like, who's your favorite? Like that's a fucking stupid question. Stop asking that. Like,
how is Jasper? He's good. Oh, started with Sonic. But let's swap over here.
Oh, okay. He does have another scene. He has a gameplay scene. So here's what happens, all right?
Cool. Let's swap over. I am going to take a quick leak. It'll be like 2 minutes, but let's swap over.
Yeah, so... Sorry. Oh, God, those eyes.
Cool. Let's swap over. I am going to...
So, he has his slides BRB as as a source. And then this always pisses me off with him.
It'll be like 2 minutes.
He has to manually adjust this every fucking stream. Because, okay, so here's what he does, right? Okay, so he's currently on 16:9.
So let's swap over here.
Readjustment. Okay. Now everything's centered. He has to
Look what I did. I fucked up the webcam. I was like, oh, let me do a minor adjustment. And the thing went, whoop, and jumped in the wrong direction. Is it okay now? Is it centered or not? I hope it's centered. I can't tell. No, it's
because you're too far away from the computer. Just get in closer.
not. Fuck. Okay, now it looks good. Actually, that's perfect, huh?
And this guy does this every time. You want an explanation as to why he does this? And why it's stupid? And also, how he can easily fix it? Here's his main problem. In OBS, he does not have it set for GPU usage over CPU usage. Because his main complaint, that the reason he can't PC game, not even on emulators, people have asked him, it's like, why don't you play this game on emulation? It's emulation crashes my PC, stupid. It's because what he's doing right now, this scene right here, with Xbox Series X, his webcam, his, overlays or whatever, it borderlines on CPU usage. Do you guys want to see what my usage is at right now? So I have my music player going. I have 2 Chrome tabs open. One for chat, one for Twitter, and then for Dipshit McGee here. Probably some stuff in the other background. So you're going to look at Infinity for a little bit so that you can see... oh, you know what would be better? There, get rid of desktop. Okay. So those are my numbers right there. Oh, wait, this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I are stupid. Because you can't see it. Okay. CPU usage. Okay, it peaked a little bit, but it was averaging about 20%. GPU usage, 25%. Okay. I don't have a super powerful computer. It is pretty good, but it's not super powerful. If he was just smart, he's not. If he would just allocate his output to GPU instead of CPU, he would not have these problems. The reason that he does this 4x3 is it lowers the resolution and it's less taxing on his CPU. Because if he were to leave it like that... Now, the other question I have for him, though, is that, okay, I understand it's taxing on it, but hear me out. Hear me out, Phil. What if... This is a big but. What if you can just crop out the parts you don't need? If you want to have your 4x3 window, that's fine. But just crop out what you don't need. I know you know how to do it. You did it recently. It's you hold the Alt key down and drag the screen around. I'm going to throw a second webcam source out in here just to show you guys. This is what you do, okay? Okay. Here's the second webcam for me, okay? So let's say if I want to fit into his stupid little screen here, right? All right. Line it up. Shrink it down. Okay, I still have a little bit of real estate here, right? So what I would do is, okay, get it to that size here, right? I have snap on, so that's why it's going around. Okay, so, excuse me. Holding down the Alt key, right? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I can readjust it too. Look. Wow, look at that. That was so easy. That was so much easier. And you don't have to flip the resolution every fucking time you do it. But you'll never do that. Okay, that's the one thing I brought up. Okay. So yeah, slideshow, slideshow. Slideshow.
So I finished.
So he's back from break, right?
That's correct. Monday, and that'll probably be the finale. Okay, if we don't beat it today. Okay, now I received a $25 tip
From
Minute Man.
1 Minute
Let's get that on the
Man.
leaderboard.
There it is. There it is. What's the chat saying? Who?
1 Minute Man. Added to our running total. That means we're at $63 in tips so far today. Okay? I already told you guys, as a special treat, since we've been playing the Sonic Origins collection for a while now, and we just have not hit any of these stretch funding goals.
And that's the thing. He loves to do this. So like he has tips goals every stream. You give him $50, he'll put on a pair of glasses. $100 he'll put on a silly hat, and then $150 he'll put on a silly vest. But he gets all pissy if he doesn't make that $100, which in most cases he does. The thing is, other detractors, great detractors, piece of peace, shoutouts, have a tracker set up that keeps an account for every cent he makes. And thanks to the secret limited video, this guy makes 10 grand from YouTube earnings, Patreon, and direct tips every single month. There are some months that are better than others, but I think in total, like for the year of 2022, he made over $112,000. But yet every day he cries poor, and he can't buy stuff to fix his stream up.
Yeah, I decided that today if we get $100 in tips, I would put on a Sonic hat. So thank you to everyone. According to this, we may have gotten a few new members. I'd like to check on that because remember now we have a new monthly goal. It's only going to today.
Oh, and all this stuff too. This is
Where did they go? We send out the search party to find them. Where are...
So one other thing that gets me to is that he still records for YouTube. Like, he'll also record as he's streaming at the same time, because he still treats this as if these are YouTube videos when they're not. There's a big difference between making something a YouTube video and making something a live stream. I mean, it's not... You don't necessarily not have to do that. It's a choice. Like, I know Sweet Tails, she does that. She likes to make certain content on her channel and make them YouTube videos. But the thing is, it's not the whole stream. It's cut up. It's hyper edited. It's got cutaway gags. It's got memes. You know, she gives that to an editor and lets them go to town and puts them up on the YouTube channel. But still, there's a live interaction with the chat and all that stuff's on there. But he leaves everything raw. But there'll be times where he'll have these segments in between the streams where he doesn't consider this part of his content.
It's a story. It's a non-story. The story is, Sucker Punch said they're not working on Sly Cooper Infamous. Okay, well, there was no evidence they were anyway. So how's it a story? But all the media is covering it like it's a story. It's not. Okay. All right, guys, ready to continue? Here we go.
He always does this too. He asks his chat, "Are you guys ready to go?" But this part, the chat may as well not be there because he's recording for YouTube.
All right, flying battery zone. Here we go. Whoa! I remember this.
Also, don't do your best. Like, I don't really care if this is by choice. Don't do a Boston ass impression. You just look stupid.
I remember this one because of the what do you call it? This rotating thing.
Anyways, yeah. Goes on for another hour. Bitch, bitch, bitch. I want to see if he actually hit his tips goal.
So this is cool. I play it now as an adult. You guys helped me figure everything out, right? Pretty excellent. Thank you so much for...
You imagine just telling yourself that that's like, "Hey man, playing this as an adult and you guys help me out." It's great that you freely admit that you just suck at every game. And you want everyone to hold your hand.
For that, and again, thank you for the support. And until next time, next stream, the Sonic Origins will be a late stream, and it will be the conclusion of the playthrough. Thanks for being along for the ride, and I will see you next time. Awesome. Okay, so...
Okay, YouTube remote off. So this is where, like, mask comes off, right?
I wanted to stop recording before I talk about the schedule, only because the people watching on demand on YouTube don't care. So...
Okay, stop recording because I'm going to tell you about the schedule, and the on-demand people don't care about the schedule. Nobody cares about the schedule, but you do.
So if you guys are wondering when I'm playing this again, it was going to be Monday's main stream, and then the late stream was going to be Castlevania. but instead we'll flip it. Okay, so
I just want to read the raw chat.
Yeah, so tomorrow it'll be Countdown Fighting Collection in Castlevania on the late stream. Then Sunday we'll do the new RPG, which is Final Fantasy VII, and whatever one's viewer's choice. Monday now we'll flip those streams, flip something, competition or whatever. If not, we'll, you know. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Is that everyone?
All right. Well, that's the end of stream number 1. Okay. So then he usually goes on a 2-hour break, and now I have to go back because I have to find his night stream. I'll probably not even do the beginning. I'll probably just do the ending because the ending drives me nuts too. Why was there one from Keemstar on the September 29th? That was long done. Unless he was reacting to something else. Okay, my stream. Every Friday night he used to play fighting games. And poorly. And usually there's like a big supporter that comes in and does this.
To be Cuphead, but I beat Cuphead in games like Tetris or I have it off. Maybe
like honestly, if you're gonna do a second stream, don't have a log pre-opening.
Play this on Xbox. I don't know how this is gonna go. My life, right? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jack Traxxer always gives him a big tip for fighting games. He recently gave it up because he kept getting bodied in this game and blaming the netcode, which there's nothing wrong with the netcode, you just suck.
Okay. I'm doing good, Haseo. Thank you for asking. Involved is very...
I think he eventually gives up because he can't fight in a game.
He will get parried to shit and suck. That's why he's not a top tier character in Third Strike.
Okay, he's playing some Puzzle Fighter. This is when he first started. I don't think he's any good.
Yes.
He just button mashes like crazy.
That was 360. It should have hit too. No, that's what I wanted. Oh my god. Because when you play it, especially online.
I want to see him play something other than Gem Fighter. Vampire Survivors. Nope. Vampire Stalker. Vampire Survivors, man, that game has gotten into me. It's like crack. Of course, he doesn't know about it. He's like, huh? What? What are you talking about?
Yes, EX Thrill.
He's always one of those ones with, like, if the inputs go in and he's winning, savior. That's what savior. If inputs go for good for him, it's good. If it's not, then it's bullshit. Come on, I want to see you play. I want to see you play Hyper and get super salty. Where's Hyper? Oh, there's some Hyper. Okay. Oh, this is before the names.
Oh, let's see. Who do I want to start with tonight? Why not fuck around with Super Turbo Blanca? Why not? Against.
Just waiting for him to say, "Oh, what move, dude?" But he seems to be winning, so he's just like, "Eh."
There we go. Punch him out of the sky.
Oh. Come on, complain.
Press the button, nothing. He gets a cheap throw. Okay.
Yeah, that totally wasn't your fault, dude.
A little bit of lag for sure. A little bit of
He still wins. He's complaining about lag. There was no lag.
Thanks for chilling to do with me or anything. Really has nothing to do with anything. It's a paid promotion. You realize that Twitch Rivals is paid promotions, right? What they do is they get paid to stream events. Really has nothing to do with anything.
Oh. Someone mentioned in the stream. Twitch did Twitch Rivals stream yesterday. It was 5v5. They rotated games. Maximilian was in it. Jason Wong. I'm sure it had to be Justin Wong. But I think that was like Maximilian versus Wooly, and they had other competitors on there. Other FGC guys competed for $12,500.
It's a paid promotion. You realize that Twitch Rivals is paid promotions, right? What they do is they get paid to stream events to promote games, and then there's a pot that gets given to the notable players who play. I mean, like, it's basically bullshit. You know that, right? Like, why else would there be money involved in something like that? It's No Sleep Real Lives from the stream chat.
Like, my God, like he's just like, he's all about money, but then when other people are making money, he's just like, it's all about money to them. Which isn't Phil. Do you want money or do you want money? I think he wants money. Now he's fighting someone from the chat, but I think it's pretty decent.
Whoa, where's my move, man? Oh, God.
I can't remember who he said he plays. Okay, there was some lag there for sure.
Now you... Oh, I think my wife just got home. I'll close the door now. I guess I'll take that.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. It's just boring the piss out of me.
And on Monday, this will again be the main stream. Now, this wasn't originally my idea, but what happens is we can get Monday night is actually going to be, again, I haven't played yet. I'm excited to see what they're
like. Again, like ending the stream.
All right, guys, thank you. Have a good night. See you in the morning. Peace out, everyone.
And recording. Oh. Well, he didn't do it this time. Okay. So normally what he does is at the end of a stream, he will cut to a stream because he's preparing OBS to do a local recording for his daily wrap. He likes to make a video every day after his stream to tell you what he played and what he thought and what he did, and if support was good or not, whether people basically gave him money or not. And you can usually tell by the severity of said stream is whether or not he got enough money for it. But yeah. Honestly, I don't really have much else to say about it. Like, the points I wanted to bring up were just like, he does the bare minimum. When stuff breaks, he blames everyone but himself. He's not smart enough to Google stuff to try and fix it. Basically ignores his chat the entire time unless it's to give him praise or money. But if you dare question anything he does, you're a loser, you're a detractor, you're an idiot, you're a dunce. Dunce is his new favorite word. And yet he has like 4 or 5 people spread out throughout the day that just decide to give him money. And I couldn't find it. Oh yeah, I already showed the picture. But I'm like, with a few improvements, he could become tolerable. But also too, he has to learn when to shut up. Because there are some moments there where he'll just say things that contradict themselves, and when people call him out, and he's like, that's not what I said. It's like, that's totally what you said. Like, you want to run back the evidence? Oh, you're just looking at detractor stuff. It's like, oh, they're taking a clip from your video that's been re-uploaded because we don't have the time or patience to go through 5 hours of video. You saw that the average day is 5 hours and another average day is 2 hours to go through that stuff. So is this eyes on me? 13 minutes. Dang. Oh, it's the actual like ending credits one. All right. But yeah, this is how you don't stream DSP edition. I do have others lined up. There was one that I don't want to give him any I don't want to give him a whole lot of attention, but it's that one that I can't remember his name, but it's the one that called out his community member for trauma dumping. And yeah, it was like, why? Like, why are you the way you are? But this felt good. This felt good to get this off the chest. I was gonna do one about basically the whole what was the other thing? It was something else he was saying that pissed me off. Oh yeah, like no sympathy for call center agents, and you know, doesn't quite know how working in a call center works. The whole like, because he had a package late from FedEx that a fan sent him because he was, you know, too lazy to go replace his capture card himself. A fan sent one, plus a copy of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII on the Switch, which he didn't appreciate because like, geez, I don't know how this is gonna run. But he like bitches, complains, tweets at FedEx a 15-minute long video of him bitching about FedEx not overnighting stuff. And he asked us, just like, what do you mean? But did you watch my video? It's like, we don't have internet here. What do you mean you don't have internet there? It's like, you guys know, call centers don't have internet. They have intranet. That is a form of internet that restricts where you can and cannot go. Because with that amount of sensitive information that they're bringing in every single day, you think they're going to allow their, and also too is for productivity. You think that a call center agent is going to be super productive if like in the middle of the call they're checking Twitter or they're checking Facebook, especially for your stupid shit? Like, you would know that if you've ever worked in that field, but you didn't, so you don't. Oh, okay, I'm done. I think I'm done. Not gonna do a whole lot of detractor stuff around DSP, but like I said, if I see someone streaming and they're like doing all this stuff wrong, I'm going to call them out on it. And I think that other guy there that called out his fan for in his opinion trauma dumping when it wasn't. It was just, you know, letting them know something personal in their life that you know, a family member passed away. But he saw it as trauma dumping. He's like, we're not gonna do that. And like, dude, inconsiderate prick. Anyways, I actually have another show to prepare for. So if you're watching me here, go on twitch.tv/gamedaysforgood. I'll be live there in about 90 minutes, which means I can do some Vampire Survivor polls. Well, not polls, but I've had DSP on the brain that I like counted WWE champion polls to Vampire Survivors, but I'll get a couple games of Vampire Survivors in before I start the podcast. So we do have a podcast going on our channel right now. We're playing some Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Meow, can't talk. Playing some multiplayer over there, so I'm gonna head over there now. All you club members on here on YouTube, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting. I'll leave this up, of course, for brevity's sakes. If anyone wants to comment on it, if you're from the Tractorverse, give me a sub if you like the content. That's one of the other things. And he didn't do it in this one. Either he did do it and I skipped it, but the other thing for this is how you don't stream. Do not remind your audience every single day at every single point the immediate ways that you can contribute to someone's stream. Like on Twitch. Don't remind people that they can follow or sub or donate bits or donate money. Like, that's a no-no. He does this all the time too. He says, you can give me a super thanks, you can give me a super sticker, you can give me a super chat, you can give me a tip, you can gift some memberships. Like he just reminds people all the ways that he can monetarily support him, but he won't give that back in any way, shape, or form. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Thank you for letting me ramble for an hour and a half here on darksydephil. I don't know when I'll do another live YouTube stream, but if you like my streams, or if you liked me talking for an hour and a half, I stream on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Those hours will be changing soon. My work hours are going to be changing a little bit, but currently I'm playing through Skyward Sword. If you want to come watch me play that and chat and have a good time, we can do that as well. Until then, thanks for letting me ramble, and I'll catch you next time. Later.